You graduate from the police academy with honors. Your mother cries when she sees the uniform. Your first posting is a municipal precinct in a northern border state. Salary, 8,500 pesos a month. After rent, food, and sending money home, you have 400 pesos left. Your patrol car has 280,000 kilometers on it. Your bulletproof vest is expired. Your wife, Lupita, teaches 4th grade and makes more money than you. That fact sits between you at every dinner. 3 months in, Commandant Robles calls you into his office. He has run this precinct for 11 years. Nobody can explain how he affords the suburban outside on a 15,000 peso salary. He does not threaten you. He simply explains how things work the way someone explains plumbing. The cartel controls the plaza. The police are not opposition. They are part of the structure. Your job is not fighting crime. It is managing it. He hands you an envelope, 5,000 pesos. Coordination bonus. Door open. Middle of the day. That is how normal it is. You take it home. You do not spend it for 2 weeks. Then your daughter gets an ear infection and the clinic wants 1,200 pesos for antibiotics. The public pharmacy has not stocked them in 3 months. You spend the money. You tell yourself it is a one-time thing. That is the first lie. The envelopes come every 2 weeks, always 5,000. You fix the bathroom leak. You pay the credit card. You buy Lupita new shoes for work. Small things. Normal things. Things a cop should be able to afford on a cop's salary but cannot. The money does not feel dirty because it fills clean gaps. That is the design. They do not buy you with luxury. They buy you with normalcy. Your first real job is a checkpoint. Robles gives you a list of license plates. Those trucks pass. Everything else gets stopped. The plates change weekly. You memorize them the way you once memorized exam answers. Getting it wrong means stopping the wrong truck. Stopping the wrong truck means someone loses a shipment worth millions. Someone losing millions means you lose your life. You are a traffic light with a badge. You learn the language. Not Spanish, the other Spanish. Heavy people means cartel. The letter means the specific group controlling your zone. Gift means bribe. He fled in a report means you let him go. You speak official Spanish in paperwork and real Spanish on the street. 2 languages, 1 mouth. The gap between them is where your integrity used to be. The scope grows slowly. That is how it works. Not a cliff, a ramp. First you let trucks through. Then you run plates for rolls. Then you find out what cases the state prosecutor's office is working on. Then one night a shipment needs to cross your sector. 4 tons heading north. Robles organizes a fake operation on the east side. Every patrol car responds to a reported shootout that does not exist. The west corridor is empty. The trucks roll through. Your role was calling in the fake report. You are not looking the other way anymore. You are actively building the other way. Your cut for the corridor job is 100,000 pesos, more than your entire first-year salary. You buy a fireproof safe and bolt it inside your bedroom closet. Lupita asks what it is for. Important documents, you say. You start understanding how the system actually operates. The cartel does not bribe cops to break the law. It bribes cops to enforce the law selectively. You still arrest people, dealers, thieves, kidnappers, just never the ones connected to the organization. You bust independents who operate without permission. You shut down rival crews moving product through the plaza without paying the tax. The arrest statistics look great. The commandante gives press conferences. But every arrest is competitive elimination, not law enforcement. You are not cleaning the streets. You are maintaining a monopoly. You see your first body 6 months in. 3 men on the highway shoulder, executed. You know who did it, why, and where they are right now. That information goes in a phone call, not a report. The first body costs you 2 nights of sleep. By the 10th, you eat dinner an hour later without thinking about it. By the 50th, it is just paperwork. You develop the ability to look at a man with his hands bound and his face destroyed, then go home and help your daughter with her homework. That ability should terrify you most, but it does not, because it is the same ability that makes everything possible. Cardenas is your cartel contact, a mid-level operations coordinator. He shows up every 2 weeks at a coffee shop and slides the envelope across the table like a phone bill. He asks about your family. He remembers your daughter's name. Once he brings her a stuffed animal for her birthday. Your daughter sleeps with it. The man who funds your corruption bought your child a toy she loves. One night you are at a restaurant with Lupita, anniversary dinner, candles, wine, actual conversation that is not about bills. Then Cardenas walks in with his wife. He sees you. You see him. For a horrible second you think he is going to come over. Instead he nods from across the room, a small nod, the kind co-workers exchange outside the office. Because that is what you are, co-workers. Lupita asks who that was. Nobody, you say. You spend the rest of dinner performing normalcy while the man who delivers your corruption money sits 15 feet away eating pasta with his wife. The two worlds are not separate. They eat at the same restaurants. Your partner, starts asking questions. He has noticed patterns, certain trucks that never get stopped, cases that go nowhere, arrests that only target specific groups. He begins keeping notes. He mentions it to you one night on patrol like it is a bonding thing. Your stomach drops. That night you tell Robles. He transfers OOA to a desk job in records. OA keeps asking questions and files a formal complaint with the state anti-corruption unit. You find out because the anti-corruption unit has people on the payroll too. Robles tells you this like he is commenting on the weather. Even the people who investigate corruption are corrupt. It is not a bug. It is the architecture. Cardenas brings it up at your next coffee. He says your former partner is becoming a problem, saying, problem, the way a project manager says it, no anger, just identifying an action item. You call OOA and try to convince him to drop it. He says he does not care about his career. He cares about doing the job right. You recognize the tone. It is the one you had 3 years ago. OOA is found dead 3 weeks later. 2 shots through the driver's window. The official report says attempted robbery. You carry his coffin at the funeral. His wife holds their 5-year-old daughter. You give the widow 20,000 pesos from your safe and tell her it is from a collection at the precinct. Blood money buying a clean conscience for an afternoon. It does not work. You become methodical about the money. You cannot deposit it, amounts trigger flags. You cannot spend visibly. A cop driving a new truck gets questions. The house goes in your mother's name. You buy gold coins under your cousin's name. Lupita's car is registered to your brother-in-law. On paper you own nothing. In reality you have accumulated more than most professionals earn in a decade. You keep a spreadsheet on a USB drive hidden inside a hollowed-out Bible on the shelf. You have not opened an actual Bible in years. That feels appropriate. You try to quit. You go to Robles and ask for a transfer. He does not get angry. He pours you coffee and explains the math. You know names, routes, operations. You know which judges are paid, which prosecutors are owned. Who killed a... Inside the system you are an asset. Outside it you are a liability. Liabilities get resolved. He is not threatening you. He is describing physics. Lupita has been watching. Not the envelopes or the details, just you. The way you check your phone at midnight. The way you tense when the news mentions police corruption. The weight you have gained. The way you stopped laughing. One night after the kids are asleep she sits across from you at the kitchen table. Tell me what's happening. Not angry, just tired of pretending she does not see it. You tell her it is work stress. She looks at you for a long time. I'm a teacher, she says. I know what a kid looks like when he's lying. You do not tell her. Not because you are brave, but because telling her makes her a target. Silence is the only protection you can offer, and she does not know that either. Your health falls apart, high blood pressure, chronic gastritis, insomnia. Your doctor tells you to reduce stress. You almost laugh. You take the pills and go back to work. They make you a training officer. You give new recruits the official speech, honor, service, protect and serve. Then you watch them. The ones who ask too many questions get rotated out. The ones who see an envelope in their locker and do not report it, those are the keepers. A kid last month, 22, sees you wave a truck through the checkpoint and opens his mouth to ask. You give him the look. He closes his mouth. 2 weeks later he is memorizing plates. You have reproduced the exact system that swallowed you. Election season arrives. The cartel has a candidate for mayor. Your job is suppressing the opposition, park patrol cars near their rallies, run document checks on their volunteers, pull over their vans for inspections that take 2 hours. You meet the state prosecutor at a ranch barbecue outside the city. Robles brings you. There he is, the fiscal, the man whose office is supposed to investigate people like you, eating ribs and laughing with a cartel lieutenant. He sees you seeing him. He does not flinch. Why would he? You are all on the same payroll. You realize the system is not broken. A broken system could be fixed. This one is functioning exactly as designed. The cartel's candidate wins by 12 points and gives a speech about fighting corruption. His first order increases police funding, which flows directly through Robles and back into the system. The taxpayers are funding their own oppression and thanking the people who arranged it. Democracy is not dead here. It is a puppet show with excellent production values. Your son is 12 when he tells you he wants to be a police officer. The same pride your mother had when you graduated. You tell him to study engineering, medicine, anything else. He thinks you are being modest. You are being honest for the first time in years. A woman comes to the station. Her husband has been missing for 4 days. She is crying, holding a photo. She looks at you the way civilians look at cops in movies, like you can actually help. You take the report. You make real calls. Hospitals, jails, morgues. You find him in a detention center 2 towns over, picked up for a DUI. The paperwork got lost. You drive the wife there yourself. She hugs you in the parking lot and calls you a good man. You drive back to the station and process a report that will make a kidnapping investigation disappear. You helped one person today and buried another. The math of your life does not balance, and it never will. A federal anti-corruption task force starts investigating your precinct. Different agency. People who do not answer to the local chain. Robles is nervous. The first time you have seen that. He burns documents on a Tuesday night. Cardenas stops coming to the coffee shop. An agent contacts you at a gas station at 6 in the morning. She knows everything, your salary, your real income, the checkpoints, the corridor jobs. She offers cooperation for immunity, testimony for a new life. You take her card and think about Always daughter, about your own son, about your mother's Facebook photo from 12 years ago. Then you ask one question, who would I be testifying to? Which prosecutor? She names the state prosecutor's office. The same office. The same fiscal you saw eating ribs and laughing with a cartel lieutenant at a ranch outside the city. You hand the card back. That night you eat dinner with your family. Your son talks about a school project. Lupita talks about a parent-teacher meeting. Your daughter shows you a drawing of a house with a big yard. You clear the table, wash the dishes, and sit in the living room. The TV is on, but you are not watching. You are calculating something else. The distance between who you were 12 years ago and who you are now. The distance is so large you cannot see the other side anymore. Not because you fell, but because the ground moved under you so slowly you did not notice until the place you started from was gone. You go to bed. You will wake up tomorrow and do it all again. Not because you want to, because the first envelope was 5,000 pesos. And once you take the first one, you do not decide when to stop.